public school budgets across the state always have one big question mark in them this time of year: the amount of state funding districts can expect for next fiscal year. And the COVID-19 pandemic has made that question mark even bigger. In Pittsfield, which gets most of its school funding from the state, that unknown means as many as 140 teachers could be laid off. I spoke with Melissa Campbell, president of United Educators of Pittsfield, for perspective.
The number is staggering if you look at it statewide. I knew that many districts were in the same situation that we are, but when you quantify it that way, it is staggering, especially given, the situation we're in and looking at reopening and the fact that we probably are going to need more staff, not less.
And to that end, I will bring up COVID-19 a little bit later in our conversation, but I want to focus on the fact that we saw City Council and the school committee discussing a more optimistic budget proposal there, looking at probably 26 or so positions, many of which might be through attrition and retirements. Do you think that that is more likely to be the case, that 26 or so positions would be eliminated instead of that 140 number?
That's certainly our hope. We don't want any position to be eliminated, quite frankly. And I would say January, February, we were looking at adding more positions due to the fact that through the Student Opportunity Act, we were going to be receiving an additional $3 million from the state this year to try to make up the funding gap that we've already recognized. We worked long and hard to change the formula so that underfunded schools would be funded so that every student across the state has the same opportunity. So we went from looking at adding positions with that $3 million to then saying, oh, well, if we can level fund, we're now going to lose 26. And that's if it's level funding. If the state decides to cut our funding, then many of those 140 will not be asked back. And that's very devastating to our students, to our community. It's economic as well as educational, right? Those are people that's their job, that's their paycheck. So now they don't have a job. There goes unemployment is going to be rising.
When we look at that Student Opportunity Act, for so many years, rural districts such as Pittsfield, that's serving a number of kids, that's busing them in from other areas, has fought for additional funding to make up the gap in that transportation. And so then for the Opportunity Act to come through, and as you say, that additional $3 million, which might seem like a big sum of money for people, but as I understand from reporting on that region for a number of years, listening to administrators, teachers like yourself, that money's really kind of just catching up the community, filling a need that's long been there.
Right.
What's your perspective right now, given that you fought so long and hard to get that funding?
Well, it's a little disheartening and disappointing, but at the very least, we need to level fund our schools. I mean, if you look at a district like Pittsfield, 70% of our money comes from the state. So a decrease or a percentage cut in that funding is a huge deal to Pittsfield. Whereas other communities in Berkshire County who rely less on the state funding, a percentage decrease for them is much more minimal impact than it is for Pittsfield. It's a huge, huge impact for Pittsfield.
Yeah, maybe they're relying on state funding, have a different on tax money as opposed to that state funding. So different pictures from here to there. Do you think the state has been state lawmakers have been communicating actively enough with communities such as yourself, because that budget picture is so unknown? And that's not new this year. This is a dance we play year in and year out, where cities and towns have to set their budgets with a guesstimate for what the state picture will be.
Right.
But has communication been enough this year?
Well, our local representatives are in constant contact with us, and they are fighting very hard for us. Adam Hines, Tricia Farley-Bouvier, Paul Mark, they are in regular communication with us and give us updates. And we know that from Tricia, I think put out either a statement or had an interview that she's very hopeful that the state will come through. So that's good news, but hopeful is not, we need definite, and we need definite soon. The longer they drag this out, the harder it is to pull those staff members back. And I'm hearing that the state may not tell us until September. How are we supposed to plan for reopening if it really does last that long?
Yeah, and that would be well beyond the date by which the city needs to pass its own budget.
Right.
So how are you planning and formulating? And oh, by the way, in the midst of the COVID-19 pandemic,
Right.
where school's going to look very different than usual anyway.
Right. So we're waiting, not patiently, but we're waiting for the governor. I believe they're supposed to come out at the end of this week with guidelines for reopening. And depending on the state's plan, so, its requirements, whether it be smaller class sizes, PPE, and social distancing, remote learning, all of those things come with an additional price tag. So the 140 positions that have been lost were based on initial guidelines saying they may cut the funding by 2%, by 10%, by 5%. So they're trying to plan. So that's just teaching positions. But now if you add all these other things in that could be required for school reopening, that adds an additional dollar amount. So could that lead to more cuts in teachers? It's a possibility, and it's dangerous because we have roughly 530, I want to say, teachers in Pittsfield. So when you talk 140 of them, that's 20% of our teachers. We haven't lost 20% of our students. They still need us, and our class sizes are not super tiny. I teach in a middle school. My class sizes are easily 20 for every class. So when you talk a class size of 10, how are we going to manage that? Even if it's some kind of rotating schedule, there needs to be some accommodation for kids learning at home.
Yeah, so many questions still to be answered there that we could dig into, but I want to look at how did kids do? Because there are a number of students in the Pittsfield Public Schools who are on free and reduced lunch, meaning that they're low income. Wi-Fi and computers are expensive, and so remote learning requires all those things. And I know districts were creative. I'm curious to know the academic impact. What do you know? The school year is over. How did kids do? Just speak for your own class.
Learning from home and working from home are very different than in person. So just a time management piece for many students and families, families who are trying to do their own work from home and manage their children. And then from a student's perspective, I have middle school students that are 13, and one would assume they might that they could regulate themselves, but they can't. So they need a schedule. So I think a lot of the disruption caused us not to get into a good schedule until I'd say mid-May, and then it was okay. Now come to a Google meeting. We'll go through the assignments. We'll go through whatever. So I would say by the end, roughly 60% of my students were actively participating in learning, but that means another 40% I didn't really hear a lot from. So there's going to be gaps for those kids, even larger than the gaps from, the kids that I was able to get to.